ready for a wild ride? It's Park Talk Radio. D&B taking shots with hot takes as their ammo. We're talking theme parks, news updates, rides and more. Hold on tight, cause we're about to soar. Talking park, we won't hold back, we'll lay it all out. Talking park, get your ears ready, cause we're gonna shout. We'll dive into the ride, some anecdotes, and all the fun. No filter here, just two guys trying to be number one.
Coming to you live from across the internet and across the state of Florida, this is episode 12 of Park Talk Radio. Featuring a live studio audience tonight, it is your host, Bill, and my good co-host, Dave. How you doing, Dave?
Rev your engines and buckle up, because in this family, speed isn't just a thrill. It's a drug my parents used to use.
I thought you were quoting Fast X, man.
No, just a little Fast and Furious mixed up with
Some real life.
some speed,
Some speed.
some real life.
PTR Dave does speed. How you doing today, man?
I'm hanging in there
Yeah.
for our viewers. I've got my daughter's in the room with me, and she's not feeling too hot. So if you hear her coughing in the background, she's fine. But
There's been a COVID invasion to PTR Dave's studio.
I don't think she has COVID, but hopefully not. I'm sitting right next to her. That'd
Well,
be
don't
fucking terrible.
cough into the mic. I don't want to catch it, and our dear listeners don't
Okay.
want to catch it either.
It's okay. I've got my mic condom on, so isn't that what they
Oh,
call these
good.
fuzzy things? Mic condoms?
Yeah, during COVID,
Sweet.
they were selling little plastic ones that were one-time use, like your little booties you wear in the hospital, but it was a mic booty.
I don't think I talked on many mics during COVID.
No, how about, have you ever seen a mic booty be rubbed against one?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
It's very, very lumpy. Lumpy mic booty. Yes. Welcome again. Thanks for joining us. It is episode 12. Catch all our episodes on your favorite podcast provider across all of your streaming devices. You can watch it on YouTube. You can listen to it on Spotify and everything across for it. We really appreciate you listening and appreciate you sharing the show on whatever process you want to follow, through text, email, page somebody, beep them, through Facebook, any of the socials, at Park Talk Radio. Email parktalkradio@gmail.com. And of course, our phone number, which is still waiting for our first lucky listener to be the one to break the seal, pop our voicemail cherry. That's not a scam. 407-490-2220. We did get a voicemail, Dave, but once again, it is a scam.
Why you gotta like, okay, first of all, you got me excited, but I shouldn't have been excited because you already said we're still waiting on our first one. And then you said, oh, by the way, we got a voicemail. And I'm like, oh, my pants got a little tighter.
Which I still got to figure out the technology, how to play these live so you can hear them and give a full live authentic reaction.
Just put your phone on speaker.
Oh, God.
Put it
Miserable.
up to the mic.
Absolutely not. Though I'll
Yeah.
read this voicemail. Hi, this is Juanita. Want to spend some business? All right, I want to spend some business. I'm with you so far, Juanita. I'm reaching out 10 Formula Special savings and upgrades to business customers. You can please give me a call back at this number. Thanks.
See, I
Sold,
constantly
dude. Let's
get
spend some business.
I constantly get the Medicaid scams on my work phone, and they'll call and it's a very obvious recording. And I had the film crew filming me, which will air next April-ish. So for those that are still listening, I'll let you guys know you can watch me on TV.
Yes.
But I had them with me, and I had one of those spam calls, and it was a nice recording of a clearly American person talking about Medicaid, and
Whoa.
then they said,
Welcome to Medicaid.
let me connect you to my supervisor for more information. And the person goes, hello, this is Sam.
Oh, no.
I would like to talk to you about the Medicaid. And I said, fuck you, motherfucker. And he goes, oh, fuck you, suck my dick, motherfucker. And hung up on me. I was like,
Well, you're not gonna get a very good review.
I don't think the Medicaid corporate office would allow him to talk to a customer like that.
I don't know, man. Medicaid, they don't want people on there anymore. I watched the whole John Oliver. I got educated. I went to my Sunday night school.
Then why do they keep calling me trying to extend my warranty?
Well, if you're on your work phone, you're going through a government entity, they know you probably have Medicaid because you big dumb government boy.
No, it's not Medicaid, and I don't think his name was really Sam.
Sam I am.
Not a genius, but it doesn't sound like it.
Well, that's
Sam I am.
Sam I am.
God, you're going to get me on another tangent. Sam I am. You know, I never thought Universal would have drug dealers in their park.
He doesn't like green eggs.
If you're never going to be able to look at those characters the same way, because you go in the parks and
who's slinging that hoo hash?
This is actually a fun story. I had one of the character attendants one time when I used to live down there, and I went very often. And he's like, "You know, Sam I Am is a story about cocaine." And I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "Yeah." He kept saying he didn't want it. Kept saying he didn't want it. Kept saying he didn't want it. And then finally he tried it, and he was hooked. He couldn't get enough of it. And then the character attendant goes, "You know, it's about cocaine." And then the character playing Sam I Am took his finger and swiped it underneath his nose.
No.
I was like, oh my God.
No fucking way.
Because he heard the whole conversation. Oh, I'm not going to say dates or times or years because I don't want to get anybody in trouble, but it was hilarious.
Oh yeah, you don't want to get him like that Woody who had the mustache on his finger at Disney World and got fired a year later or something.
I did not hear about that.
Oh yeah, there was a Woody character, and you know, you want to be like the Disney folk here, Dave. Not safe for magic talk about to happen if, you know, you saying fuck didn't ever give it away. A costume character, a performer in the Woody costume, drew a little mustache on his costume's finger because Woody wears skin tone gloves. Drew a mustache on it so he would hold his finger up to his face and then looks like he has a mustache. You're defacing company property. You're not following costuming guidelines or character guidelines. Of course you're getting fired. Picture sprouts up a year after the fact. Dude's done. Out of there.
You know, you don't have to be a genius to be a non-face character at a theme park, but you don't think these people would be dumb as a box of
All you
rocks.
gotta be is the height. Beyond that, just be the right shape to fit inside the said costume, right? Not that hard, folks. Be more like Sam I Am.
Although my father
swipe that finger.
My father used to always tell me, you know, because I was always obsessed with theme parks. He was like, you know, son, shoot for the stars. Go put on a costume and walk around the parks. You know, kind of giving me hell for my obsession with theme parks.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually went to a animated character audition once, and there were a plethora of people there trying to become animated characters. I was surprised at the amount of people.
Which park was this at?
Universal. I went to an animated character audition at Universal.
You sure do have a face for a costume character.
I appreciate that. Well, there were multiple days of auditions, and I went on the last one, so I didn't make it past the first round. So, you know,
they already had enough of the average manlet in there.
I made it further in the stunt performer audition than I did the animated character audition. But
alas, here you are, still not working at a world-class theme park. Maybe at Epic Universe, you'll have your shot.
Yeah, that's the goal.
That's the goal. $20 an hour, 70-hour weeks, Universal, or rather, Florida theme parks in the dead of summer. Put me in the.
Well, if it keeps popping off, my government job, you know, I'll make more working at Epic. So.
Too true. We got a great show for you today, folks. If the first 9 minutes haven't cued you off to thinking this is going to be a good one, of course we got another good one. It's 12 deep. 12 fantastical episodes of goodness, with this one being number 12. We're going to cover some topics from our previous shows. We'll go over some park visits, and then we'll jump into our news segment. And of course we have our Easter egg, the Wall of Shame. And we may delve into a big rock topic. I'm not sure yet. It's been a rather slow week, or I would say slower week for news. We have some good stuff from Disney Universal, of course, and then not too many regional items this week, as those parks are now pretty much open or about to open for their season, if they are regional or seasonal parks. And we're just kind of sitting around twiddling thumbs, waiting for the next thing to come out from our big boys. You know, Disney had some smaller items, Universal had some smaller items, but nothing extravagant, nothing large, meaning nothing Halloween Horror Nights related, nothing Epic Universe related, and so on. Back to our recap. From last week, we talked a little bit about the Universal Pass holder days. They have announced their appreciation days and the bonus benefits kicking off May 1st through May 24th. Now, we did announce that this is happening next week. In that time since last week's show, episode 11, Hosta, they have revealed what you get with these bonus benefits. Now, Dave, you're a pass holder. What kind of bonus benefits would you have liked to see? Before I get to them, would you like as a pass holder benefit attending the parks of Universal Orlando in the month of May?
What would I like
Yes.
as a pass holder?
That's within reason. Don't get crazy. No free VIPs. I'm a pass holder. I get to stay at this park for free. I get to walk around Epic Universe construction yard.
I'm a
within
pass
reason.
holder.
I'll give you one. Just get your mind ticking. They're bringing back the. You love these. They're bringing back the pass holder exclusive entrance.
Oh my God! I cannot wait to not use those lines. Oh man, if I had a choice as a pass holder, that's a reasonable choice, a reasonable thing, I would say, and I think this is a very feasible thing to do, is during the month of May, everybody who holds a pass that's valid for entry, which I believe there aren't any blackouts in May anyway, allow them to scan their pass at one attraction per day of their choosing and use it as an express. One express a day for any attraction of your choosing besides stuff like Hagrid's that doesn't have it.
Okay, express eligible, which I'm sure a lot of people will dump that and go to Velocicoaster.
For one attraction a day.
Yeah. That'd be a hell of a benefit. I don't know.
I mean, it wouldn't cost Universal any money because your pass holders aren't going to purchase express anyway most of the time.
Unlikely.
Unless they're coming here on an extended week vacation or staying at the Hard Rock or something like that. But I mean, that to me, that's going to get people into the park, even if it's for a short amount of time. If I still lived in Orlando and I knew I had one express pass per day, even if I knew the lines were long, you know, what's stopping me from going and grabbing lunch at one of my favorite restaurants inside the park, like Confisco's or something like that, and then running over and using my one express pass. And I may spend a little bit more money on a beer or a little snack or something like that. You know, it might bring, you know, but if I'm living in Orlando and I see the parks are outrageously busy and I know I don't, you know, I'm gonna have to stand in a long line, whatever attraction I choose to go on, I'm probably just gonna say, I'll just wait till another day to go.
I think it'd be a great benefit. I don't know the feasibility of it since they've now added Premier Pass holders to the app. You can now just scan your app to get in with the after 4 p.m. Express that is allotted to the Premier Pass holders. I don't know the technical background or the foundational need to enable that for every pass holder. I feel like that'd be a lot more difficult to limit to one ride per day and all that, and add all this stuff in, and then you really got to look at the return on interest or return on investment, rather, the ROI.
Yeah.
Are they going to get a bunch of new pass holders to sign up to do that? I don't think so. I wouldn't sign up. Well,
okay. Well, thanks for asking me for a unique idea without going outside. I'm talking. Thanks for asking for a unique pass holder benefit that I would select and then shitting all over it after you told me I couldn't go outside the box.
Whoa, hold up. I didn't shit on it. I was conversating on it.
You didn't just shit on it, you diarrheaed on it.
No, that would fall right in line with how it's going this week for me. As for your actual bonus benefits in May 1st through 24th, as mentioned, you get that exclusive pass holder entrance from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. only, not all day long. And it's only available at Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios, right? Mm-hmm. This may not fulfill your dreams here, Davey, but you can get, as a pass holder for the month of May, 25% off VIP tours.
Ooh.
Okay. There's your express pass right there. Plus, you get some behind-the-scenes knowledge. You get a great VIP tour guide. You get to go to La Bamba and have a little snick snack.
I'm sorry, as someone who has experienced Universal Studios Florida, Universal Orlando many times, Universal Escape, whatever they're calling it now. I don't see the benefit of a VIP tour at this point in my life.
Well, maybe they're thinking if you're a longtime pass holder, you've done it all. You've seen it. You've not done a VIP tour. Maybe you want to see what that's all about. 25% off is not a chump change. That's a decent discount.
Or you could just be an a-hole and go pay a certain YouTuber to walk you around the park. I cannot believe that was going on, but...
Or the old days where you would rent a Make-A-Wish kid.
No. If you didn't hear, there was a certain YouTuber, I'm not going to drop any names, but he was actually offering to... He was, definitely not. He was offering to charge people to take them on tours of the parks.
Oh, yeah. Disney did a big thing last year of banning a lot of those third-party tour guides.
Yeah.
Universal has not pulled such a maneuver yet, and I know of people who still perform these third-party tours.
Oh.
With Disney, they were utilizing the accessibility pass as the tour guide of the third-party company.
I remember that, yes.
We get the accessibility pass and say, all right, come with me. We'll do all this stuff. I'll plan your day, and you'll get it all done, guaranteed. Then they got rid of the accessibility pass, and then they've banned third-party tour guides, saying you're using in-house Disney or no one. Universal has not pulled such a trigger or made any sort of public announcement. I'm sure they're not facilitating that or being okay with it. Beyond that, I have not heard anything less. Though, I would not recommend the third-party guys. There's nothing additional they get. They may have an accessibility pass, though. If they are utilizing it and having you on there, that's a no-no. That's not within the rules or the subset of the rules.
And if you're going through a third-party tour guide, you're going to get fed a lot of untrue information.
No, I'm sure it's plentiful misinformation.
Because a lot of these people that have offered that service, especially certain YouTubers just sit there and they pull things out of their ass and just say it's fact when it's not true at all. So
that's why we're here to debunk them. Debunked.
We're going to debunk bed them.
Debunk their ass. Debass them.
It's like we're the Ghostbusters of third-party tour guides.
That's right. Busting.
Ghost hunters. Busting makes me feel good.
I just saw that new Frozen Empire. Not good. They should have killed.
I heard.
They should have killed a lot of those kids. Though the great thing I will say about the VIP tour guide discount is it works for every pass level. Does not matter if you're the Power, Seasonal, Preferred, or Premier. Everybody gets this 25% off, which could be a great deal for those Seasonal or Power pass holders, right? Now, I still think there's a value there for them.
Let me ask you this, and this is something you may or may not know.
Oh boy! Don't bust my ass.
No,
I'm gonna lie.
If you don't know, don't answer. This is just if you don't know, don't answer. But
I'm gonna lie.
Now, with that, can you stack those discounts? Because if you have a friend that works for the parks, I believe sometimes employees get discounts too, or at least when I worked there, they did. Can you stack those discounts or no?
There's no stacking of discounts. The only stack you can perform would be getting the 3 extra months on your pass holder renewal and the pass holder renewal rate, or with the team member rate on top of that. That's to my knowledge of what you can and can't do as far as stacking.
Fair enough.
The other stacking you could do, which you decide if it's a good stack or not. You can buy Universal gift cards, and they'll occasionally, which I think they have one running right now. If you buy so much in Universal gift cards, you'll get a free wand, and then you can go back and use those gift cards to buy your pass.
Non-interactive though.
Non-interactive, correct. I'm checking here to see. I believe team members get the same discount as the pass holders, as noted on UO Team, which is a public website for Universal team members. They also get the 25% off during the May 1st through 24.
Okay.
Otherwise, it is a 10% discount on VIP tours.
Okay.
Yep. Moving on, Power and Seasonal pass holders, they're getting to get 10% off food and drink, which normally I don't believe they get any discount. You correct me if I'm wrong. I think you know more about those particular pass levels than I do.
Yep. Stuff like your Seasonal and stuff like that, you do not get discounts on, I believe, anything in park.
Yep. Power and Seasonal pass holders will get 10% off food and drink. if you order on mobile, you get an additional 10% off. That's where your preferred and premier get extra discounts. Pass holders will also get special treatment with exclusive dining locations. From May 1st to 24th, you get a special seated area, which will be on the second floor for this particular one, which is in Confisco Grill, which I've been up there myself. Great
Now,
ambiance.
and you don't even really have to be a pass holder to utilize that. From my experience, they never even check.
No, really. You just say I want to go up there.
From my experience, the seating is sometimes limited as far as because they have to have enough servers up there.
Yes.
And anytime I've gone up there during pass holder appreciation, I've never been checked.
Oh God, just let any
But
riffraff
that
up
just-
there. I see.
That could have just been my experience as well. So
And then you also get exclusive dining location in Lombards on the Universal Studio side. And then there's also, of course, as always, the exclusive menu items for pass holders only. And there's a myriad of them. We're not going to go through them like we usually do. Though there's,
I'm also reading.
Mhm.
There's a pass holder exclusive meet and greet with David Pumpkins, man.
During the summer? Oh, God.
No.
He's going to be sweating. I'm going to be sweating.
I just
Jump
made
right
that
into the
up.
lagoon. Oh, fuck David Pumpkins. Fuck him. Fuck that whole thing. The only good thing back
It's
there was
its
the cheap
own
doubles.
thing.
It's no thing.
Any question?
No, I have no questions for you. Goodbye.
I think that's 2 episodes in a row we've done David Pumpkins.
That's too many. That's why we
It's
have no one's listening anymore. City Walk has offerings at Voodoo Donut, at Tajitos, NBC Sports and Grill, Hot Dog Hall of Fame. The Great Movie Escape is actually getting a special drink, which is the escape room, and then Starbucks is getting a peaches and cream frappuccino, which starts at $7.10 for your tall. Oh my God. Universal Studios Florida, Finnegan's, Lombards, Shea Alcatraz is getting a special drink, and there's Starbucks, of course, and then on Islands of Adventure side, Mythos, Confisco, and Starbucks are getting all special menu items, which are, quote, quote, exclusive to pass holders. If you ask for it, you more than likely will get it, however.
Yeah.
Yep. They're bringing back the pass holder buttons. Now, if you don't remember these were available last back in 2021, sponsored by Coca-Cola. Same with our pass holder magnets, where the last one was a Mardi Gras magnet, I believe. Now the buttons are back. They come with a nice little backing card. They have the UOAP logo on it, and they're bringing a nostalgia-filled one that says partying since 1999, as it is the 25th anniversary for Islands of Adventure. And we're going to jump into that here right after the recap segment. This will be available while supplies last, of course, on both the Universal Orlando Annual Pass Holder Lounge in Toon Lagoon, and then the 5 and Dime Universal Studios Florida. Pro tip, if you don't want your pin but can't acquire it, go ahead and grab it, put it on eBay for $20. You'll sell it within 5 minutes and make people big mad.
And I'm sure we will have a plenty of wall of shame.
Oh, I can't wait.
For people complaining that they didn't get their pin.
Good.
So
Just make enough for everybody. They should be mailing them out to every pass holder anyway. You know how much monies that costs? Too many monies.
yes,
Yeah,
too many
this
monies.
is Coca-Cola sponsors them and makes only so many, and they hand them out till they're gone. Pass holders will also get, that is seasonal and power pass holders will get early park admission to Universal Volcano Bay instead of Volcano Pay, but you will be Volcano paying if you're not a pass holder. $80 a day there.
I will say early park admission is the way to go at Volcano Bay. You get
You get
a
your
lot
pick of
more
the
done
land.
if you get there.
Get to pick your
You
sheets.
get a lot more done.
If you don't get there early or right at open, you're not getting a seat. And then you're either paying for a seat or sitting by the bar, which is not the worst place to be, but there's not lounging in the sun.
And if you want to ride all those attractions, especially during peak season, I suggest forego the seat, stand in the line for rope drop, and don't run, briskly walk
We don't
to your
encourage breaking of
most
rules.
anticipated attraction.
Right. And we'll also talk more Volcano Bay during the park visit segment. Rounding out the benefits here, park holders, ass holders, of course, get 45% savings on, or up to 45% savings on rooms at Cabana Bay, which is right up to the butt of Volcano Bay, which is a really good deal, 45% off of your rooms. And then finally, enjoy exclusive food and beverage I cannot talk today, Dave. I am so sorry. Enjoy exclusive food and beverage offers at Universal Orlando Resorts. And that includes Portofino Bay, Hard Rock Hotel, Royal Pacific, Sapphire Falls, Aventura, Cabana Bay, Endless Summer, Surfside, and Dockside, which is all their open resorts currently. And I will say the big one here, available at both Royal Pacific and Sapphire Falls, May 1st through May 24th, they're doing BOGO. Buy one beer or wine, get one free. That's a hell of a deal.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Royal Pacific, that's going to be in Jake's American Bar and Islands Dining Room, and then at Low Sapphire. It won't be at Strongwater Rum Tavern. That'll be at the Amatista Cookhouse downstairs. BOGO, though, man, we haven't seen any sort of happy hour in years at Universal.
I wonder if they're throwing a little extra out there for people. It's very notable for theme parks that if they're opening up a new land or a new attraction the following year and it's been announced, that people that don't live nearby, that normally only take one vacation every couple of years, they're going to forgo coming the year prior to the big opening, and they're going to wait till the big opening, because a lot of people have to save their money to come down here for a week at a time. A lot of people, once an opening date is kind of in the works, would you rather, if you could only go to Universal once every 3 years and your year to come was 2024, but you could hold off and save an extra year and come in 2025 instead, you're going to do that with Epic opening?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to edge myself for a full year, save the come, and then hit your big opening in 2025.
Yeah. So parks tend to push a little more favors the year before a big opening.
Which makes sense. I don't believe we've had a pass holder benefit such as that in a long time, if ever. And then these huge savings on hotels, followed by the BOGO at 2 of the hotels. And here's another one. I believe we talked about this professional tip, advanced maneuver. If you go to any hotel and buy 2 alcoholic beverages, you get your parking comped and your parking validated. Now, I'm sure with the BOGO, you got to buy 2, which means you're getting 4. And then if you get 4, you can have 8. And then you get to buy a hotel night at Cabana Bay and have a good little sleep. But great time to pregame at Royal Pacific or Sapphire and then hit the parks, especially at Sapphire. You get your 4 beers, get your parking validated, take the boat over to Universal, spend the day, come back, get out of there. I'm excited. I'll be spending some time here with my pass holder friends and probably hanging out for a good number of those days in May while I'm around. Second story for our recap from last week, which we've gone long, but hey, that's how we roll sometimes. We talked about the Autotopia over in Disneyland and the promise by Disneyland spokesperson Jessica Good that they're planning to get off the gasoline, get off internal combustion engines for the Autotopia at Disneyland. And she made another statement saying here that Disney is promising to commit to the electrification project of Autotopia, fully electric, not hybrid or any other version of a gasoline combustion engine. They will no longer be using the current engines within the next 30 months, which will put us at the electrification process of Autotopia Disneyland being complete by fall 2026.
But 26, okay. That's
pretty
interesting. Cool. Well, I mean, electric, you can get a lot of good power with electrics. Wednesday night, I saw a 2024 Hummer that's fully electric, and the thing goes from like 0 to 65 in less than 2 seconds.
Oh man, if you've never been in any of those electric cars, or I've test drove a couple Teslas, those fuckers go.
Mm-hmm.
They're fun, and they're good. They're good for you. They're good for the environment. And if you get the dual
I rode
charging
with you in
ones,
a Tesla one time.
That's right, you were in that, but we didn't have the road to zip. We were in traffic.
No, we did not. Yep.
It was just not the worst place to be with it either.
No.
All right, 2 stories recapped, and those what we got. I look forward to electrification. I wonder if they're going to put on any new onboard audio, how they're going to tweak the vehicles, because they're going to have to redo them from the ground up, or if they're going to reuse the shells, figure out the battery cells. I wonder who they're going to partner with to get those battery cells.
I could see them making them look a little more futuristic cosmetically, but that's probably about it.
We'll make the whole thing magnetic, and you have all hover cars.
Oh,
That'd be
I think we're a
fucking
little
sweet.
ahead of our times here.
What are you talking about? That's how roller coasters launch right now, is magnets. It's the opposite forces, and for a low riding small vehicle that has to carry up to the vehicle's weight plus another, let's say 500 pounds to be generous, the magnet power would definitely fry some pacemakers.
Yeah, but I think you take away the person's ability to control the vehicle at that point too. There's gonna be fucking zoom drag.
You know what? That's fine. That'd be so fucking fun. Maybe in the next action park. Park visits.
It'll be like Rocket Rod that Hollywood or Disneyland all over again.
Oh man. Yeah, go quick, zip 30 plus miles an hour. Oh, we gotta take this turn after 2 seconds. Zip another second turn. Zip, and we broke the whole entire foundation. Congratulations.
Messed up the foundation.
Whoops. This past weekend, Dave, I hit some parks. And this being park talk, I want to talk about it. Went to Volcano Bay this past Saturday for our producer Brennan's birthday. We had a fantastic time. I got some good sun, crisp like an olive. I look good, buddy. Got a haircut the day before.
Ooh.
And we got to hang out with a good friend of ours, Alex, where she has some excellent social medias, and you'll see that she likes our stuff from time to time.
I saw the pictures. I liked that you were wearing that open button up. It kind of made me a little wet, like the water.
Whoa, Moana over here flowing, dog.
Water always making me wet.
Water is wet. 2024.
Water Pocahontas.
Yeah. And we got enjoyed some drinks. I did, and as we were talking about, you want to get there for a rope drop so you secure your seats. We were staying in Cabana Bay, which was a surprise present for them. I got that hotel locked down for us. Got there early. We got the early park admission. Otherwise, get there for rope drop. We secured some excellent seats with a free umbrella. As a number of the seats at Volcano Bay do have umbrellas that are free. You just have to get there. Otherwise, you will have to get a cabana, preferred seating, reserve seating, which does cost. The reserve seating that day, Dave, cost about $400 for 2 chairs.
Oh my!
But
goodness.
you did get a pool boy to come bring you drinks. And though I felt like that added up a little too fast, as each drink was at about $18.
Oh, see, the good thing about whenever we have gone to Volcano Bay together is we're usually hungover,
Or still
and we're
drunk
usually
from
waiting till
the night
Horror Nights
before.
that night.
Yeah.
So we usually don't go too hard at Volcano
Have
Bay
it.
because we're usually still drunk,
I'll have one
and
beer.
we have to save our batteries for that night of Horror Nights.
Right. We got good seats. We went and did Krakatoa, which is the water launch coaster. And you may have seen these before, our dear listeners, where they're propelled by water. These ones are propelled by magnets, just as a launch coaster, just as they should make Autotopia magnet launch activated. Excellent ride. We scanned in. We had to wait an hour. We scanned in at probably around 10:30, which is an hour after early admission. By the time we got off it, it was already a 2.5 hour wait. I looked back later, it was pushing 4 hours for that one, which is
Jeez.
pretty hefty. That's still opening day levels of this water coaster. Fortunately, you do have the virtual queue enabled for every single attraction on the Tapu Tapu wristband, which is included with your admission. We did the Fast Lazy River. It definitely feels even slower than last time. You and I done it. And then of course I did the world's tallest drop slide, which is always such a kick.
Well, you know, when you and I went to Volcano Bay right after it opened, you could actually have 2 virtual queues at once. Now you can only have one,
Yep.
but you can do a ride now while you have that virtual queue.
Yes.
But the biggest issue with Volcano Bay, even though it is my favorite water park that I've ever been to, is that while it does seem expansive, it is pretty small for a water park as far as amount of attractions. While it's still, there's a lot to do, and you don't feel like that when you're in the park. It is on the smaller side. They do have expansion plots that I'm surprised they have not even touched yet, but and that's probably not going to come till after Epic.
At this point, no.
You know, at this point.
there was a
but-
phase 2 definitely slotted, and when on some of those higher rides where you go up many stairs, you can see that plot, which is now used for storage and some other pieces of backstage material, which I'm pretty sure it looked like when I was up there at one of the rides, I could see these large Tesla coil things, which, hey, could be for Epic. Who the hell knows? I'm telling you what I saw. They look like they were just sitting there, which was really cool to see.
The great thing about Volcano Bay, though, is water parks tend to take a beating due to the water, the chlorine, the chemicals, being outside, the weathering. A lot of water parks I've been to, you can tell their age. Volcano Bay opened in 2017, and we're now in 2024, and it still looks beautiful.
Thing looks good.
Mm-hmm.
They're taking care of it, or they pre-planned. The paint technology was there when they opened it. Place looks great. The volcano looks super good, especially at night when you're driving down I-4 and you look up and say, yep, the Florida natural volcano in the wild. We had a great time. Very exciting. And then we ate at Strongwater Tavern that night. Sunday, head out to Animal Kingdom in the morning after we checked out. Kind of just bopped around, got a drink at No Bad Lounge. They have a special beer right now for the springtime, a bee honeysuck blonde ale. Super good. And then we rode the Navi River Adventure. I'm sure everyone really loves that ride.
Navi River Journey. I went on that. And
Matewa.
You know, it gets a lot of hate. I didn't mind it. The animatronic was really cool when it came out. If it's not in B mode.
Then it's projection.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not bad. It's definitely
fine. It had an hour, 10-minute wait. We did not wait that. We used our lightning lane.
It's definitely not an e-ticket attraction, but it's still not bad.
Well, if you go in there, and at least in Brennan's circumstance, the Flight of Passage, not very impressive to her, and it makes her feel sick. And you have River Adventure, which to me, a very middling ride, which should be double the length and have more animatronics. Come on, we have fucking pirates up the road from the 80s or late 70s. With so many more animatronics. And you don't need to make them all the shaman level of articulation. Put a couple other things in there, because beyond that, it's a couple spinny guys, which I had those when I was a kid in the 90s. You just do the ripcord and they spin in the air. And then you have projections you have screens. And I don't hear a damn person bitch about the screens on that, or bitch about the screens on Pandora, yet Universal's always catching fire. Very odd. We had a great weekend. Sunday afternoon, evening, we hit Hollywood Studios. Got to ride Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. And we ate at Woody's Barbecue Rodeo Roundup, which is always so good, delicious, all you care to eat kind of deal. And we drank a good amount. We had a very good day. Got home at like 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, and I passed right the fuck out.
I love Runaway Railway, but I was always such a major fan of the Great Movie Ride.
Well, they destroyed the queue for this Mickey Minnie Railway, whatever. The queue for Great Movie Ride was so good, and then inside Great Movie Ride, the alien part is always such a kick. The Indiana Jones and the gangster spots are great. And
you know, it didn't get a lot of hype, but the end of that attraction where you go in and you sit through all
watch
those
the
short
movies.
Snippets.
Yep.
It was perfect in every way. It was a perfect, you know, anthology cap off of all the movies, you know, that Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer ever put out. And, you know, it was just, it was great. It always brought emotions to me.
Completely agree.
Not to be confused with the crap at the end of Ellen's Energy Adventure.
Oh, I love that part too, with the radio tower.
Yeah.
Tuning in to WPTR D&B coming at you live.
We did ride that attraction every time we went to Epcot too.
No, I love it. 42 minutes of absolute atmospheric bliss, and it's cold, and they take a little nappy.
With a very terrible Ellen DeGeneres animatronic.
Oh, that's not her fault. That
yeah, well, she
built
deserved it after how much of an asshole she was.
Well, yeah, now.
Yeah.
All right. That's our park visits. We might have another one later in the show, though the way we're proceeding, no time. On to the news. I think that's how they said it when they did Nick News, right?
You got me there.
Okay.
You got me there. You got me there.
As mentioned at the top, a little bit of a slow news week, and I want to make mention here at this point. Dave and I are going to be recording early next week instead of our normal Thursday night recording for a Monday release. We're going to record on Tuesday. That is the 23rd for, again, a Monday, the 29th release. Due to my day gig travel, and Dave has, I believe, a softball tournament.
Yeah, it's a huge draft style softball tournament with like 90-something teams.
ESPN Wide World of Sports caliber right here. So we may have a even lesser news segment on for your next week's listening for 29th drop. We'll give us your best. We'll give you our best. We'll be the best. Top of the news segment. Walt Disney Studios Paris. Now this is the sister park to Disneyland Paris, right?
Yeah.
Yep. They are renaming it to Disney Adventure World. And this is coinciding with the latest land opening over at Disney Adventure World, formerly known as Walt Disney Studios Paris, it's a similar structure or conceptual of your Disney Hollywood Studios or Disney California Adventure, with the new land World of Frozen opening. And they say this move represents a change from the original theme of the park, which is focused more on sound stages and movie magic, your Hollywood Studios, Disney's California Adventure, and with a move towards allowing guests to visit fascinating and immersive new worlds and adventures. And this really makes a lot of sense, as the opening, was it Fantasy Island over in Disney Sea? And they're going to have that new, basically what we should have gotten back in 2014 when they opened up new Fantasyland, Fantasy Islands. It looks great. And they want to transition this particular park of Studios Paris into Adventure World to kind of emulate that, I'm feeling. The transformation will include a new entrance to Adventure Way, which I believe may be the street or the entrance queue. I'm not very familiar with the Paris Studios or Disneyland Paris, unfortunately, and this will be occurring in spring of 2025. Quote, "You'll be transported into a vibrant, contemporary open-air movie studio, world premiere, and welcome to a glamorous movie premiere in the heart of Hollywood. The current sound stages will be replaced with all new pieces playing homage to historic movie theaters." And then it continues on, saying that the World of Frozen will be just the first new land positioned along the shores of Adventure Bay, which I guess is a particular land area segment within the newly anointed Disney Adventure World. And this Adventure Bay will feature a unique central stage and allow for 360-degree viewing. And they promise to announce more details soon for the new lands coming to the Disney Adventure World. And there's also a new attraction coming and inspired by the Disney IP Tangled, which is great.
Yeah.
And they're also getting a new live show, Alice and the Queen of Hearts Back to Wonderland. Well, hell, they're getting some really cool stuff. Why can't we get an Alice in Wonderland live show?
I agree. That really hit a peak of popularity too with the Johnny Depp movies when they came out.
Oh yeah, that first one made over $1 billion.
Yeah. But it's hard for me to say too much about Disneyland Paris as far as all the Disney parks are concerned. You know, even with Beijing, you know, or wait, Hong Kong Disneyland, you know, I have the least knowledge of park about Disneyland Paris.
Yeah, I've been meaning to look at it because I have some close friends who are looking to visit there very shortly for their honeymoon, and they're going and spending one day, and they're asking for advice. Well, shit, the fuck do I know? I've never been. They were asking,
I've seen a couple videos on it.
Do we need the Genie Plus? Do we need Lightning Lane? Well, if you're going for one day for 2 parks, I would certainly advise you get the Fast Pass program.
Especially if it's a very hard place for you to travel to, where it's like, this could be a once-in-a-lifetime deal. Yeah, go all out.
Especially with, in the past, Disneyland Paris and Studios Paris, Adventure World, it's always been lowly reviewed and not always regarded in the echelon of those high-tier parks, being Magic Kingdom, Disneyland, and Tokyo. Always a little bit like considered the lowest one. It's dirty, it doesn't have great rides, the theming isn't there, just the heart wasn't put in. And gosh, I don't know if you know this one, Dave. Was this during the Eisner era when this place was opened up, when they were really cutting money?
I believe so. I'm not 100%
Sounds right.
positive, but I believe so. I do believe it was a 90s opening,
Yeah.
but I'm going to look it up right now for us.
Well, you can look that up. Last year, almost a year ago to date. Yeah, go ahead.
April 12th, 1992.
Yeah, so that was
yes.
Eisner, notorious cost cutter. Wanted to expand, but do it cheap. As I was saying, a year to go, almost to the date, they had spent a record $51.5 million on planning the expansion of Disney European theme parks. And there was a biggest project for a multi-year set of expansions. With the first phase opening in 2022, where they added the Avengers Campus, looks very similar to the Disney's California Adventure on the West Coast and over there. And of course, the opening up Frozen. They also stated they're going to open a Star Wars themed land, though they had not commented even today, or to this date rather, if it's going to be a Galaxy's Edge clone. But
well,
man,
with Universal in the works of possibly creating a theme park. What was that? Sorry. with Universal starting to create a theme park over in Europe, I'd go to assume that Disneyland Paris would probably start pumping some money into their attraction.
I wouldn't be worried if I was Disneyland Paris. That Universal Studios Great Britain's not going to be maybe till 2030.
Well, I get that. Not worried, but at the same time,
they're ready.
You want to take advantage of theme parks. Work more cohesively than people think. It's not a huge fight between Universal and Disney per se. They feed off of each other. Any tourism to an area where they already have a park is great. So why not throw a little bit extra in yours? So if people are going to make a vacation out of going to Disneyland or Universal over in Europe, hey, Disneyland Paris just opened up all this stuff. Let's go check that out too.
Completely agree. I don't know if I'll ever get to Disneyland Paris before Universal Great Britain opens, which is for a number of years. Though
I will not.
That will be.
I promise you that.
That will be maybe in my favor is once that Great Britain Universal opens, if it does get full approval, as it still has not gotten all the bureaucratic red tape sign-offs. But once it's open, Disneyland Paris, why not? I'm already there.
Yeah. Yep.
Moving over to the local, I say local, the stateside parks, Smellelphants on Parade statues are starting to arrive at Magic Kingdom. Now, they've been clearing area around the Storybook Circus, the former Toontown at Magic Kingdom here in Florida, to include these Smellelphants on Parade, which they look and are shaped to the Heffalumps, or the Heffalumps, the elephants in Pooh Bear.
Yep, the Heffalumps and Woozles.
The Heffalumps. The Woozles are more of the weasel types, right?
Yep. Heffalumps and Woozles are really confusals.
That's right. Now, as you may or may not know, Scentsy, which is a candle essential oil kind of business concept.
Yes.
I always every time I hear Scentsy, like, oh, it's that Ponzi scheme, that garbage pyramid thing. They sponsor Dumbo the Flying Elephant, and with that, they're going to sponsor some additional areas within the Storybook Circus, which is this new interactive search and sniff experience, where you'll have several Smellelphants around, and I believe there's going to be some sort of maybe printout or something in the Disney app. I don't think they've fully announced it anymore. Oh, actually, I have in this new update. At the ticket booth in front of Big Top Souvenirs, cast members will give guests an illustrated map of Storybook Circus and a sticker sheet guide to take them to their first task as the whiff assistant.
Yep. Great.
2020. Good.
Don't remove your mask. Don't smell anything. Don't touch anything. 2024. Yeah, go do a line of coke.
Go rub your nose all over the Smellelphants. Come smell this elephant's taint. Come touch it. Come smell it. Come lick it. And the first one, there's going to be 8 total. The first one out there, the Smellelphant has a popcorn artistry placed upon it, and then its lower half is the popcorn bucket colors, red and red and white.
All right. Well, I have to plan a Disney trip now because I need to go
You need to go smell?
to the Smellelphants. Oh, no. I'm going to take my 1-year-old and I'm just going to go sit over by one of the Smellelphants and just
Count.
not change his diaper for like 12 hours and just have people
The exclusive...
oh, smells like shit.
The exclusive 9th Smellelphant. Shit.
I would never leave my son's diaper for 12 hours without changing it.
God, especially over in that heat. Very little shade by the Smellelphants. Smells like hot
I'll just take off his diaper. I'll just take off his old diapers and leave him by the Smellelphants.
I don't think that'd be hard to shove it in there because they stand on this little platform and you can see there's little grated elements on the platform. I'm sure that's where the smell emanates from. And it just shove it in there. Time to get the 9th Smellelphant up and rolling. You don't get any reward. Your reward is your little pamphlet with the stickers. There'll be 8 Smellelphants. I like here, it says, the experience is complimentary, voluntary, and available to guests of all ages. Like they're not gonna rope you into the Smellelphant camp. Like you gotta go fucking smell some shit, boy. Go. It's voluntary, I assure you.
If there were long lines in the park one day and I had young children with me, that's something I would probably check out. You know,
go grab a LeFou brew, throw it right in the trash because it's awful.
Kind of unique.
And then you go to the Smellelphants.
Brew, so
no,
I enjoy LeFou's brew. I should have had you pick me up one that day.
I'm not buying
because I wanted one,
brew.
but what the hell? So you wouldn't have got me one if I said, "Hey, pick me up a LeFou."
I will.
You got me a.
I got it for you. I'll get. Yeah. I'll buy it for you, but I'm not taking a sip.
Whatever.
Other Smellelphants include inspirations by churros, cotton candy, and more. I would almost guarantee we get a Mickey ice cream bar and the Mickey pretzel, or the fake nacho cheese smell.
If it's not the pies from Philhar Magic, I don't want it.
No, those pies do smell good.
Oh, yeah.
Next story hitting the Walt Disney World news feed. Homeless man at Walt Disney World charged with battery for forcibly shoving candy down a sheriff deputy's body armor. Now, if someone did that to you, Mr. Dave, what would happen?
First of all,
first-hand experience if you do have
okay. Can I ask how did the homeless guy get into Disney World anyway?
Well, it was at Disney Springs.
Oh, okay. So, first of all, I hate to Monday morning quarterback this situation, but
yeah.
First of all, I'm not letting a homeless guy get that close to me anyway.
This was on a Tuesday night, by the way.
Second of all, if somebody puts hands on a police officer, you're getting charged. A battery, by definition in Florida state statute, is the unwanted touching.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, you put your hands on a police officer, even if you're just shoving candy down his body armor, you don't give somebody an inch because then they'll take it a mile. So yeah, at that point he needs to be arrested. To me, there's probably more to this story.
Oh,
he was probably causing a nuisance, and then when the cops tried to move him along, he probably, went off on a tangent, grabbed some candy and shoved it down the cop's body armor, if I had to guess. But yeah, that's how, there's a 35-year-old man arrested and charged with battery on law enforcement, 3rd-degree felony. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pled not guilty, of course. The incident unfolded 10 p.m. on March 26th, and I'll give you as abbreviated as I can here. Authorities said the suspect was acting erratic at one of the bars, and then he ran to another bar and kept going throughout Disney Springs before the deputy approached him. The suspect was acting in an incoherent manner. The deputies informed him that Disney wanted to have him trespassed, request identification, and let him know, hey, we just want to issue the trespass and get you out of here. While the deputy talked to the suspect, he pulled out, the suspect, 2 bags of candy from his laptop bag and asked the deputy if he wanted some. After telling the suspect multiple times he did not want the candy, he attempted to place it in the external body armor. The suspect then grabbed him by the front of the vest and in the neck area, abruptly jerked it away from his body and began to stuff the candy down his chest. He was then arrested.
Yeah. Well,
made it nice and easy, huh?
some people just they want to be arrested, I guess.
Good Lord. Maybe another story here you can give some input on. Florida teacher arrested for indecent exposure at Walt Disney World Resort Hotel.
Okay.
All
right.
A Florida teacher.
Give me some details here.
This looks like this was at the Walt Disney World Dolphin Resort, which is a third-party Disney resort operated by the Hilton Corporation, right?
Yep.
Yeah. A Florida teacher was arrested after exposing himself through a window to guests. So guests at the pool of the Walt Disney World Dolphin Resort saw the suspect inappropriately touching himself through a second floor window. So he was in his he was on the second floor in his room facing the pool and was whacking it, jacking it, touching his balls.
Yep, that's lewd and lascivious. So with him actually, it's one thing if you're urinating, you don't have any intent for somebody to see you, but if you're standing there with the window open jerking it, this isn't Parliament House where they have, the hotel windows opened up, where you can do whatever you want. This is Disney property, and he should be charged, and if a child saw it, he'll get a label for the rest of his life. So
boy.
That's just
a poor suspect
terrible.
Taught math in Jacksonville, and now he's a bad pedophile.
That adds up.
Wow. I mean, you told me earlier you got a house full of kids. You got Dave's pedophile house rocking and rolling right now.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of kids sleeping over the night. Not with me.
Don't go outside and go in your window.
Christ.
Oh, not good.
All right. And thanks for coming to Park Talk Radio. Y'all have a good night.
We still got 30 minutes. So you're telling me when you and I or whomever, when people we know, may or may not know, we're on like the very high tower levels of a Universal hotel, standing naked in the window, could have gotten a real bad charge.
So it depends on the circumstances. You got to have intent. I think if you accidentally walked by a window and were like, oh crap, I forgot, that's one thing.
Well, if you're standing out there full Patrick Star, free of the willy, that's no good.
It's a touchy subject there,
Oh, believe me, they were touching.
I'm sure that there's been circumstances where people have seen stuff in those Volcano Bay windows, but it's I don't know, man. It's hard to say.
Oh no,
makes me want to second think the stuff I've done in those Volcano Bay hotel rooms.
Well, who knows? I didn't say it may or may not have been us. Could have been friends. Free the willy. Let's jump over the rock wall.
I will say, when you're in those Volcano Bay hotel rooms, when you're in Volcano Bay and you're looking up at some of those top floor hotel rooms, it is fairly difficult to see inside of them.
Oh yeah, when you're that high up, when you're on the 10th or even the 5th floor, and you're that far away.
I mean, you've got a great view of the park, and you can see everything down in the park, but it's hard for somebody looking up to, and I don't know many people that are going to go to Volcano Bay just to sit there and stare up in the hotel rooms.
Well, now they're going to have to. They're going to be worried about deviants looking down at them, slapping D&B. Oh, wow. That's D&B's against the window. Although I can say no one on the show or associated with the show are broadcasting, doing any socials from prison. So it wasn't us. Moving to another international piece of news, and this will segue into the Universal half of the news segment. Opening date set for the Donkey Kong Country Miniland over at Universal Studios Japan. The originally announced for Donkey Kong Minecart Madness, which is going to be the main attraction within the Donkey Kong Country Miniland, was set for spring of this year, 2024, has now been delayed several months, and they are saying second half of 2024, which is... I don't know if it's concerning, as they're building the same thing over here at Universal Orlando Epic Universe, that there seems to be issues with getting the ride functioning correctly, or at least to the standard they wanted to at opening. With the idea in mind, we want 100% operation. As we all know, if you're listening to this, you must be a theme park enthusiast, especially episode 12. Rides will open with a lot more features and additions opposed to how they're operating 5 years later. They want it running full capacity, full operation, and having every bell and whistle. Something's not adding up. There's speculation, rumors that I've read. We don't comment on that here. Ideally, they get it sorted, and thankfully Epic Universe opens up in 2025, and it will be they'll figure out the linchpin of why it's not operating or working to where it was supposed to open on the projected opening date of spring, and Epic Universe will be good to go.
As far as I understand, if you're USJ, you're not too concerned because they do have a lot of people that attend those parks constantly. So, I mean, you know, they're probably not too, they probably want to get it working great before they rush an opening because they don't need to rush an opening.
Mm-hmm. I got you. Hey, best of luck to the engineers and the creatives over there. We want it to work. We want to see full ride videos and can't wait for it at Epic Universe. Back over to... Yeah, go ahead, Dave. Sorry.
No, I was just saying, the Universal is doing things in theme parks that have never been done before and things that are first of their kind. And so I got to give it to them. It's got to be a terrible undertaking building all these attractions from the ground up. And
all innovative and revolutionary, first of their kind.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I don't remember the manufacturer of this particular attraction for Donkey Kong Minecart Madness, though I believe it's a lesser known or smaller manufacturer who has not done something like this before.
Mm-hmm.
They probably won the bid.
Yeah.
Back to stateside, Universal Studios Hollywood, as you know, they're celebrating their 60th anniversary with the tram tour. They have a bunch of cool merch and other things. Another thing they're adding is The Fall Guy pre-show that will come before Waterworld. The Fall Guy Stuntacular pre-show. This is a movie coming out on May 3rd starring Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt. I think it looks fine. I'll go see it because I have the AMC pass.
Isn't that based on a video game?
No. This is a original deal. Universal quote here. He's a stuntman, and like everyone in the stunt community, he gets blown up, shot, crashed, thrown through windows, and dropped from the heights as high as you could imagine, all for our entertainment. And now, fresh off an almost career-ending accident, this working-class hero has to track down a missing movie star, solve a conspiracy, and try to win back the love of his life while still doing his day job. What could possibly go wrong? That's the movie synopsis. It looks all right. It's a Universal show.
I mean,
this will be a pre-show. I mean, hey, extra content before Waterworld. Why not?
That's a brilliant way of cross brand marketing. Not cross brand, but it's a brilliant way of
interpersonal cross brand strategy synergy. I guess this was a 1980s TV series that is inspired the movie, and it has the same name. It's a dynamic stunt performance inspired by The Fall Guy. So, hey, probably get 5 additional minutes, maybe 10 minutes, as the Waterworld show is already 20 minutes long. Not bad. I'm excited to see the live videos or the videos of it, because I will not be going there this year.
No.
Next story brings us to Universal Orlando as we go to the final stretch of our news here. Sorry for the brief pause.
What's going on?
Making sure I was not staying in front of the window while I did something. Universal Islands of Adventure is celebrating its 25th anniversary this year, and they don't have any new shows, new attractions, or anything of that sort. We do have new merchandise, however, Dave, and you are very excited for this here. Universal Islands of Adventure turns 25 on May 28th, 2024, and there's a new merchandise collection to celebrate, including a t-shirt, too many pictures, t-shirt, a tumbler, a pin, and a zip-up hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
And these all feature artistic interpretations and graphics from when the park opened, including the original islands. From Lost Continent, we have the Dueling Dragons with the original content. We have Dudley Do-Right from Toon Lagoon. We have Spider-Man from Marvel Superhero Island, Cat in the Hat from Seuss Landing, and the Tyrannosaurus Rex from Jurassic Park River Adventure from Jurassic Park, all surrounded by the lighthouse, the original Islands of Adventure logo, and on the sleeve of the t-shirt, you have Islands of Adventure 25th Anniversary which is also echoed on the zip-up hoodie on the left breast.
And I love it. I love the nostalgia. I remember going to Orlando as a kid and going to Universal one day and Magic Kingdom another day and then heading home. We used to do just 2 days. And I remember watching them build IOA and I was so excited for it. And I used to talk to all my friends about Islands of Adventure when it opened and stuff like that. And you know, we took a special trip just to go to Islands of Adventure, and I love that old school marketing they used to do for it, all the park maps that used to come out, the cool graphics they used to have for it, you know. So I really
Yeah.
enjoy the merch that's been put out because I remember going through all the Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure brochures that you'd get at the hotels all in the area or the rest stops, and the pictures on this merchandise really, you know,
Takes you right back.
take you right back to
Yeah.
to the early days.
I'm excited. I'm probably heading to the parks again this weekend. I'm going to grab some of this merch, being the pin, as of the time of recording, is sold out. It is expected to restock. If it does come back, I'll grab it. And I know, Dave, you want this hoodie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be about the hoodie as well.
Yeah.
So we'll grab it. I'll get some photos and I'll post them if anything new pops up. The other big story Universal Orlando has so far is they're teasing their summer 2024 expansion, their items, what they have for the summer here, which we know usually they'll have a tribute store similar to your Halloweens, your Mardi Gras, your holidays. They'll do a summer one. They've done Jurassic Park in the past. And what was it, last year? They did the throwback attractions with Jurassic Park, Back to the Future. What else was there?
No. That was
Just 80s
that
movies?
was 2 years. No,
Oh.
2 years ago they did E.T.,
Oh,
Back to the Future, Jaws, and Kong. Kong was more or less.
Kong.
Kong wasn't really its own room. They just had the photo op from the old attraction in the checkout room. But
Right.
the three main ones were Jaws. Or you walked into E.T. You were in Elliot's toy room, and then you had, I can't remember if the next room was Back to the Future or Jaws, but you had Back to the Future and Jaws. Those were your two other ones.
Yeah, those were great. No,
You went in
there's
the Quint's Boathouse. And
Oh
then
yeah,
you
Quinn's
were,
Boathouse, and there's also JP where you get the picture, the classic photo where the raptors are in the kitchen.
No. That was this past year. They had an all Jurassic
all
Park
JP
tribute.
Gosh,
all
it runs
JP
together
still-
so much.
They do. Yeah, this past summer was all Jurassic Park.
That said, Universal has been teasing summer 2024, and it's at Universal Studios side. I believe everything's going to be encapsulated. Started off with a couple of, well, first off, we talked about at the Mardi Gras tribute store, they added some pieces at the end of it, teasing it. Now, on the 17th, they added a picture on their socials with a couple of VHS tapes with these labels. First one is summer 2024. Then you have childhood memories, fun in the water, first day of school, and get the show on the road. Now, there's a lot of rumors. I mean, you're seeing the construction of the lagoon. You see the permits for the parade. You know they're working on DreamWorks Land. And then there's something else that has not been talked about that I have gotten word is coming, though it's not fully announced. So let's walk through these real quick. Childhood memories. That could be the tribute store as its throwbacks. It could be DreamWorks as its childhood related. What do you think on the childhood memories?
So, you know, the only thing I could think of with childhood memories other than the DreamWorks stuff would be E.T.
Oh, yeah.
But
That may fall into
Go
the
back
tribute
through them.
store that's encapsulating it, right?
I
Fun in the water. Lagoon show.
was thinking Jaws.
Well, Jaws will be in the
Oh, oh.
Lagoon show
Oh, so these are all
for summer
What's-
2024. What's
okay, Fun
coming
in the
this
Water.
summer?
Lagoon show, childhood memories. Yeah, I'm
Either
thinking
DreamWorks,
the
of course, or the old shows where you grew up as a kid watching, you know, Back to the Future, Jaws, E.T., whenever you were a kid, the 70s, 80s, 90s, wherever you fall.
Mhm.
First day of school. This could also be DreamWorks, or we do have a school in our parks over on the Islands of Adventure side with Hogwarts. I'll leave it there. And then get the show on the road. It's got to be the parade.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Then they followed up with an additional post. A monitor that's has a quick little pop-up of a single frame of an image. And if you slow it down and you pause the image, you get a picture of a bicycle, E.T., picture of the flux capacitor, of course that's Back to the Future, a picture of a ghost, Ghostbusters, a picture of a dinosaur's footprint, which is Jurassic Park, and of course the iconic image from the Jaws poster, the shark's nose coming straight up out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, more teases. We're getting a lot of stuff locked in. And then the final one, or the most recent one that was posted today at time of recording, they posted another one. They opened a box that said, do not open until summer 2024. And when they open it, they pull out a clock, Back to the Future. They pull out a red hoodie, similar to what Elliot wears in E.T. They pull out an onion.
Yep.
That's got to be Shrek. Pull out some noodles, probably Kung Fu Panda. Glitter for the farting glitter troll.
Trolls.
An old
Guy
telephone,
Diamond.
which I don't know about the telephone. Some teeth, which is probably Jaws. And then some green gack ooze or whatever, which could be Slimer. Or they're teasing a Nickelodeon comeback, which would be crazy out of left field.
Old telephone could also be Ghostbusters. Janine
Oh,
answering
who are you
the
going to
telephone.
call? Of course.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if they're going to give two. They're going to do a telephone and Slimer, or they're really teasing a Nickelodeon comeback, which I would be astounded.
I highly doubt that.
Mm-hmm.
One can wish, even the old Nick Hotel is
That's gone.
defunct at this point. So,
Well, nothing better than after the airing of
And-
that Quiet on the Set to capitalize
yeah,
on
Nickelodeon's
Nickelodeon.
getting a lot of heat right now.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know.
interesting.
I've seen people talk about, they use a phone in Jurassic Park, so of course it's that one.
Oh, it's got to be.
Got to be a phone. Yeah, they don't use a phone. Doc calls Marty on a phone in Back to the Future. Shit, it's another Back to the Future reference.
Although in Jurassic Park, in the book, in the novel by Michael Crichton, they do mention a phone a lot of times because they got the book encapsulates a lot of the first and second movies,
Mm-hmm.
but they do talk about getting to a phone many times in the book to notify the vessel that there's dinosaurs on it. Whatever. No spoilers.
Oh,
But
no,
I
maybe
highly
you're
doubt
cracking the
that's
code right here,
related.
Dave, because I've not read the book.
Yeah.
No, producer Brennan has.
I'm like one of those guys on social media that looks way too far into things right now.
Well, we're super excited. There's a lot on the horizon. And between the parade permits, the Lagoon show, DreamWorks opening, Universal Studios Florida has a lot happening right now that I'm super jazzed to go check out. And I'm glad you have the
I
input
as well.
and the knowledge to say, yeah, they do use a phone a lot. And the book version, well,
They talk about a phone a lot, yeah. But I still don't think that they're diving that deep to tease Jurassic Park. So
who knows? I believe we have the IPs more or less locked in. You're gonna be classics:
Yeah.
E.T., Jaws, Back to the Future, Jurassic Park, and then for something else, and then of course DreamWorks, you have Trolls and Shrek. Will those be incorporated in other locations? Will those be utilized in the Parade of Lagoon show? Who knows? Couldn't tell you. They didn't pull out a birth certificate to show that we're family. And Fast and the Furious is going to be in there.
oh jeez.
Alrighty. We have a couple more stories here, Dave, though. We're coming up on the clock. Let's jump into the Easter eggs for the week. What eggs do we have? And since I stole yours, I'll give you the opportunity to steal mine and let you go first this week.
I don't think I'm going to steal yours this week, but my Easter egg is at Islands of Adventure. When you go on Doctor Doom's Fearfall, Doctor Doom, if you watch the pre-show, it's actually one of the greatest pre-Q videos that exists at Universal, and there's a whole storyline that most people don't get. Doctor Doom is creating a weapon called his transthermal fusion dynamo. And so this weapon is going to be used to defeat the Fantastic Four. And how he powers the transthermal fusion dynamo is he sends people on his Fearfall, extracts the fear from their head, and powers his machine to destroy the Fantastic Four. When you're on the attraction, if you look down, there are what kind of look like splatters and jewels on the floor outside of the attraction. If you look down, some of them are shaped like bodies. These shapes are the lining of people who had fallen from the fear fall prior to you getting on it. It doesn't say that in the Q video, but that's what they're supposed to be.
Whoa, I didn't know that one.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting.
I'll have to be on the lookout for that. And next time our listeners go, the ride always has a short wait, so you can go check this out real easy.
And this is on Yancey Street, the street as you're walking toward the entrance of the attraction.
Oh, it's not even inside the ride.
No. This is on the street as you're walking up toward the attraction.
Oh, okay.
So,
understood. Well, even easier to go check it out, as you don't even have to go on the ride, which I know
you don't even have to ride the attraction.
Drop towers.
Nope.
That's a super cool one, Dave. I'm definitely gonna have to go look at that probably this Sunday and check it out while I'm there for a little park talk visit. That's a good one. I'll give you a mini Easter egg. Did you know if you head to the bathrooms outside
oh
Diagon,
my God.
there's a leg missing.
How did I know that was coming?
Oh. Well, don't worry. We'll be sure to send it to you when we hit there. When I go.
Doc Brown, Back to the Future.
Doc Brown's in
Simpsons.
the queue. Simpsons, of course. How can I be so foolish?
That's a callback to one of our first episodes.
My Easter egg for this week. Now, this takes place over in Disneyland, which is on the West Coast in California. It's in their Toontown, which still exists, shares it with Roger Rabbit's Toontown Spin attraction. It's the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway over in their Toontown. And it's exclusive to theirs because their queue for that particular ride is far, far better than ours here in Florida Hollywood Studios. They made a brand new facade, brand new interior queue. It's in the El Capitan Theater, play on the El Capitan. And in there, you go past the concessions, of course. And while you're walking past the concessions, you can see that they have a number of items available, which there are many other Easter eggs in this attraction. Maybe the most Easter eggs of one single attraction, though. The one I'm talking about, as you walk past the popcorn machine and you look at the popcorn, the actual popped kernels of popcorn are in the shapes of Mickey's head, Minnie's head, and Donald Duck.
Oh.
Which is, I never knew that. And this, what I'm looking at, they look really, really cool. And I'll share this static image, though it's perfectly manufactured as a prop, as a fabricated piece of popcorn, though spot on for Mickey's face, which you will easily identify in the photo. Donald is a little more difficult to see, though Mickey makes it very apparent. And then Minnie, of course, the difference is the bow top. And there's many, many, many more Easter eggs in the Mickey and Minnie queue, though this one really tickled me just because they made the specially shaped popcorn for such a small little piece of it, and you're walking past so quickly you might not even see it, especially if the queue's short. You may even divert into the shorted, disextended queue for this particular attraction.
You know, I wonder if there's any hidden Mickeys that have still yet to be found.
I would have to guarantee that. Why do you think they keep making the book every year?
Yeah, I guess so.
The unofficial Hidden Mickey guide, and they got a yearly edition.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
Damn right. Your favorite segment of the show, our closing segment.
Oh, it's the Wall of Shame. Give me 1 second.
Oh, God, close the window. Don't let them see you whipping it.
Hold on.
Volcano Bay, look out.
Sorry. Shh. Just pretend you're not. Shit. Okay, sorry. I was. Oh, God dang it. Hold on.
He lost his heart on. We're screwed.
No. I ruined it.
Soiled it.
Give me a second.
We're never going to have this again. Wall of Shame ruined. No longer sponsored segment. The only sponsored segment. Sponsored by Park Talk Radio. If you have a Wall of Shame or anything you see online, similar to our segment here, where you find something so dumb, so inane, and something you vehemently disagree with on social media, feel free to submit it. We'll be happy to talk about it, and be sure to say your name, first name only, or whatever you want to be associated as, that you submitted this wall of shame, either text message or phone call or email or private message on socials at Park Talk Radio, at parktalkradio@gmail.com, 407-490-2220.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I was just trying to look up the phone number because I forgot it.
Oh my God. I have it. I could have told you that. I could have done that part.
I wanted, yeah, it's okay. Okay. So sorry for wasting everybody's time there. You're going first on Wall of Shame.
Wall of Shame. Yes, my piece here. I have for you, coming hot from the Universal Orlando adults only adults only Facebook group.
Oh, God damn it. If you stole my Wall of Shame, I'm going to be so pissed.
I told you which one it was.
No, I can't remember.
Oh, okay. Now, back when they were...
Oh, yeah. No.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Thanks for interrupting me. Back when they were building Velocicoaster at Islands of Adventure, Universal, which I like better, though it's hard when you have this high visibility, that they don't officially announce anything till it's a couple months out or even a year, about a year or less out before it opens. And then they built this large top hat of a coaster with Velocicoaster in Islands of Adventure, and they said, oh, don't worry about that. It's just a new churro stand. And here we are with every brand new wall, facade, or something going up. Everyone just can't fucking stop with this goddamn joke. Oh, what are they building? And someone will reply, it's a churro stand. Oh my God, guys, relax. It was one offhand joke made by Universal social media, and Velocicoaster opened up in what, 2021, Dave?
It wasn't made by Universal social media, I don't believe.
Oh, well, Universal leaned into it. Regardless.
Yeah, they did.
Shut the fuck up. It's not funny. Someone said something, and then the Universal leaned into it, and then you feel you have full reign. You have a pass. You have the card to just say everything's a churro stand. You know what DreamWorks Land is. There's a sign out there. You know it's Epic Universe over there. They've been posting about it. What's that in the water? It's a fucking lagoon show. It's not a churro stand in the water.
It's the equivalent to a kid making a funny joke once, you laugh, and then they never shut up.
Aren't you glad I didn't say banana? Aren't you glad I didn't say banana?
No, I'd be glad if you didn't fucking say churro.
Aren't you glad I churroed your banana?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I get that free chocolate sauce. Don't you forget.
It makes my blood boil.
I can't. Shut up. It's more of this April Fool's crap. It's the same caliber. You're not funny. Stop it. I have to withhold myself from commenting on these posts because I'll get banned. I can't. It boils me. It boils me good like a gosh darn raw lobster, and I turn red.
Oh.
All right. What do you got? You always got such a good one, Dave, and you get me mad. I'm ready to go to bed pissed.
I believe mine also came from the Universal adult pass holder page, whatever it was, that I just started following because y'all told me that people were saying stuff about churro stands, and I was pissed off, and I wanted to go comment. Mine, there was a gentleman on there who said, oh, breaking news, just went on a park visit. I heard on the DL that there's going to be a Nightmare on Elm Street house at Horror Nights this year. And then he goes on to also say, yeah, and I got the low information somebody shared with me that HHN is going to run every night of the event, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday this year.
Wrong. Already wrong. You motherfucker. We already know the date.
Dumbass. They already announced the dates, and Monday and Tuesday are not included. God.
Yeah, you get information on the down. You're down, dumb. We already know it's running for 48 nights from August 30th to November...
First of all,
2nd. Sorry, look at the
first of all,
counter real quick.
The one thing let me preface this by saying I love the cast members. They do an amazing job. They're hard workers. 99% of the interactions I have with them are great. That being said, my least favorite term online to hear is, oh, I heard from a cast member, blah, 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 blah. I heard, a cast member said this, blah, 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 blah. It must be true. No, cast members know just as much as any of you do. They don't get
Sometimes
inside
less.
information, sometimes less.
Yeah.
I've heard stuff from cast members that was so off the wall and would never come true, but they swore up and down it was happening. You know, take everything you hear in the parks with a grain of salt.
Listen to us. We know.
Yeah. As somebody who used to be a former cast member, some of the stuff I heard from my coworkers, I was like, you are one of two things. You're either really dumb or you're just starting rumors to stir the shit pot. You know?
Yeah, which
So.
is very, very likely. People want the attention, just like any social media fuck. They want to be seen, they want to be heard. And if they make a plausible rumor, just like any of the scoopers that have stuff about movies, or there's a big community that follows the Marvel Cinematic Universe stuff. They'll just throw whatever shit they can fling at the wall, and if they hit, they take full credit, and if they don't, oh, my sources were confused.
Yeah.
Nothing new here, folks.
Yeah. And if somebody's got a good source, they're not throwing that information out to just random park guests.
It's
anyway.
not willy-nilly.
No.
I mean, how the fuck you can go on there and tell me about the days Horror Nights is open after they announced the operating schedule?
I mean, I have
That
some decent
tickles me.
sources, and you're never going to hear it on this podcast. Unless,
No, for multiple reasons.
unless we open up a Patreon and you throw us
Got a
good enough
little-
money, then maybe we'll just word vomit everywhere.
I will 7th
But-
floor Cabana Bay, naked out the window down to you Volcano
No.
Bay.
I truly, I sit here and we want to be as real as possible, and we don't want to just overhype anybody or talk anybody up or say stuff that's not true. But I respect the people that create these events and attractions for us too much. They go through too much hard work for us to just get on here and be like, oh, yep, this is happening. Even if we have a source that tells us, we're not going to go word vomit that to everybody, That's just, it takes the wind out of the sails for the people that work hard on these attractions and these houses and
100%.
these events.
Part of
So-
why we don't talk about rumors or speculation or even confirm stuff that we hear on the back end. We
And
want
also,
to
we don't
exude
wanna give you
our
false
genuine
information.
passion. Yeah, we don't want to be misinforming you. We want to,
Because
best we can, right?
there are plenty of times where you can get information from a good source and it's true information at the time and the script flips and it ends up not happening. So, I mean, we don't want to share with you guys false information and get your hopes up and then,
I mean, maybe a year
something
after
happened.
something doesn't come to fruition, if we take notes like good podcasters we are, we can talk about it and say, hey, this is what we didn't get that was supposed to come. That'd be a cool show. But I have not been
absolutely.
taking notes
Yeah,
already.
there's plenty of stuff I could talk about that we were supposed to get over the years that we never got.
Well, let's save that for next time. We're at the window.
Okay.
Let's wrap up. Great wall of shame. Great show tonight, Dave, as always. Any closing thoughts from you, my friend?
No.
No. Don't get caught whacking your willy against the window.
If I give any closing thoughts, then I'm just going to keep rambling on.
All right.
So.
Well, thank you all so much. It's been another great show. We'll catch you next time on Park Talk Radio. We're going to be recording this upcoming Tuesday, so the episode drops on Mondays. We're recording the day after for this next episode, episode 13, due to work and other obligations, and then we return to our normal recording schedule, which gives you even a smaller window if you want to submit anything to our socials at Park Talk Radio. Email parktalkradio@gmail.com, 407-490-2220. Dave.
I do got one more thing I want to say.
Yeah.
I did, when the last time I was in the parks, I heard from a cast member that during the filming of E.T., the actor who played Elliot got finger blasted by E.T. So it must be true.
We'll see you in the park.